Good morning, millennials, and welcome back to The Toast. Happy Monday. It is what it is.
Happy Monday. Let's get it out of the way. Beginning of a new week, full week, large week.
Big week for us. We've got 2 big live shows at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center.
So that's our rose of the week, but it could be a thorny week for others. Like this is a week that feels like a real week.
Yeah, like you're in the office, it's freezing, you don't know how to dress because it's hot outside, it's cold in there.
And just know we feel for you.
You're watching like people who you went to high school with, like go take these lavish trips that you seriously can't comprehend how they afford.
Right. Everyone's in Europe.
And you're not. And that can be tough. But we are here for you because we're also not in Europe.
We're also not in Europe. I feel as though when people go to Europe, they sort of fall behind on episodes of The Toast because of the time difference. And also I would hope you're enjoying your European trip, your Euro trip. So just know, like, whatever goes down today, like, they're not a part of it. And they'll never be.
And that can bring solace to even the darkest of times.
It's so true, La Turt.
Jax.
Turt.
Are you ready for a great week? Your hands, first of all, we need manicures. Collectively, I'm going to speak on behalf of the group. I'm not coming for you because mine are just as bad. Yours are a little worse.
Mine are worse. I haven't had a manicure, I guess, since the Beacon. That's actually not that long for me.
Let's set a goal.
To get a manicure today?
This week.
I need a pedicure too.
We really can't show up to the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center looking the way that we look.
But we literally did that last week and we looked amazing.
My nails were a little bit better last week. There was polish on every single one of them. I'm now at the stage in a manicure where like certain fingers don't have polish. And that is worse than being bare.
I'm bare.
But your Band-Aids definitely
are not helping. But you know what? We just have to push. I have to continue to tend to my wounds. And in a few days, I can be Band-Aid free.
And once again, thus illustrating the fact that we are survivors.
Also, if I wanted to blame my Band-Aids on anyone, I could find a person.
Is it me or is it Ben?
It's Ben.
What did Ben do?
4th of July. He took the cutting board outside. So I was like cutting on a paper plate.
Oh, yeah.
And it was not ergonomically friendly for my hands. And so I am wearing Band-Aids due to 4th of July. I deserve workers' comp.
What is better than blaming your husband for something and not really having
your sister's husband?
Yeah. Blaming someone's husband for something and not really having to like do the mental gymnastics. Like that's a valid reason. Like you're not like blaming him for no reason.
No. And I would only blame him for this finger.
Right.
This one, this was all me.
Yeah.
This one is Ben, but if I was only wearing one Band-Aid, it wouldn't be so bad. It's the double whammy.
And maybe if you had a cutting board that you were passionate about, you would know what it's like.
And I feel like he's totally co-opted my cutting board. He's colonized it.
Oh.
Even though I'm the one
who procured it for the wagon.
It from Flave City. But it's like a butcher's board. And I want to do this in my home when I get home. This is one of my learnings from this trip. Like keeping a large butcher's board or cutting board on the counter because I'm just cutting things all day throughout the day. And
that's why people have their countertops butcher's block that you can just cut.
Yeah.
It's not marble, it's like wood because it's like one big ass cutting board.
No, it's really, really nice. So Ben and I have kind of been having this tug of war and like I've been injured in the process.
And not to make everything about me, like being in the middle of that has been really, really challenging.
And he likes to shoot 4th of July outside. And also you guys should come to a West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center show because we really like to like shit on 4th of July out there. But he shoots 4th of July outside and makes really gorgeous content. But you know, there's a summer sprinkle sometimes and it'll just like start pouring rain and he leaves the block out there. And then he says like, oh, it's being washed by the rain.
Every time I wake up in the morning and walk Romeo, I see the remnants of 4th of July. I actually this morning saw the pepper, the avocado oil spray, and a Rogue fork just chilling on the outdoor grill.
The avocado oil spray lives out there.
Yes.
Now. That's its home.
Mother Nature like owns her now.
Thankfully, we have a number of avocado oil sprays in the house because Ben had bought one. I got one from Thrive Market. Shout out Thrive Market. We're loving your wares. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
We don't need 2 butcher's blocks if only one of us could like keep it inside the house.
In the kitchen. Like I don't even think that's so crazy.
No, I don't think it's so crazy.
What is so crazy is how unfortunate it is that so many of our loyal listeners aren't able to make it to the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Centers or any of our live shows in New York this summer. And you know, not only are we survivors, we are also empaths, and we understand how challenging that can be for a listener of this show. So what did we do? We filmed a vlog. It's on our patreon.com/thetoast. Our first show in the Hamptons last week. We vlogged the journey getting there, the dress rehearsal, all the influencer girlies, the actual show. If you're looking for bits and pieces of the show, you're wondering what the live show's about, you can get a nice chunk of show in that vlog and also just see your girls, on the road, being stars.
On the road again.
That's patreon.com/thetoast. We dropped that a couple of days ago. And then this morning we dropped another vlog. While Snitch was in town, we knew we had to get her in the Patreon, just kind of use her for content. And we filmed to Get Ready With Us. The three of us got ready over the weekend. We went to Surf Lodge. We had the best time. And really the most fun was getting ready as usual. So we have like a 30-minute Get Ready With Us on the Patreon too.
Yeah, we get ready fast.
Yeah. And everything's just kind of
we're always ready before our husbands, even though we do full glam.
We were in the car for 13 minutes before Ben Soffer decided to join us. It's going down once again on the Patreon.
Yeah, that was a really fun vlog. There's going to be more fun times. So if you can't get enough of us or you can't get to a show, head over to the Patreon. I feel like the Patreon has really like the swirly summer, like behind the scenes of what's happening on this here show.
And if you are a member of the Patreon, you kind of got an exclusive announcement that we made on the episode I dropped this morning. But, I feel like everyone's really worried because the first week of Swirly Summer was like a little bit of a wash.
Yeah. The second week also had its highs and lows.
And so here we are 50% through our Swirly Summer and feeling like it might not be enough.
Yeah. So what do?
We extended our trip.
Classic us.
We will be out here for the remainder of the summer.
For Labor Day.
There's no reason that you and I also should part.
It's good for business for us to be together.
It's good for your kids to be with their auntie Kojer who brings joy, laughter, positivity, and smiles.
Yeah, we love being out here. The weather is amazing. There's so much to do. We don't need to run home to be in 100-degree heat. And also I didn't really have plans for August at home. So I always thought I would be extending my trip in some way. I didn't know if I would stay in the Hamptons. I also have like dreams of going to Nantucket.
Let's get you to Nantucket.
But now we're going to be in the Hamptons.
Right.
Maybe next summer.
Maybe we'll do it like Swirly Summer Nantucket next summer.
How fun would that be?
So fun.
So I was like, maybe my little family. That's like when I'm not with the larger family. Like maybe we would do a little something.
It's like so hurtful that you and your little family would do something without me.
Well, you were invited because it's again better for work if you come with me. Otherwise, what? I'm setting up a studio in Nantucket.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so it's better if we go to Nantucket together.
Speaking of setting up a studio in Nantucket, let's talk about Friday. I turned my computer and my phone off on Friday because it was just so frustrating. Jackie and I recorded this episode. And I know it was
amazing, Pulitzer worthy per usual.
It was like a situation where, and if you read the comments, everybody was pretty much, doing what we've expressly taught them to do, and that's to blame Ben. And I really was searching for a way to find it to be Ben's fault. It wasn't. We had like an actual technical malfunction. So we had to use our backup audio on Friday, and our backup audio was not premium. So that's what everyone was experiencing. And I just I couldn't deal with the haters. Like I just, me, I take IT so serious, so personally. And when there's a glitch in the matrix, it really upsets me. Today, I believe I have found the tech issue and solved it. I have also fixed a little bit our backup audio. So if anything were to happen, the backup audio now that we have is not as piece of shit as it was on Friday. I apologize. I will do better, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, Turt.
You know how hard I am.
It was a summer Friday. Like,
thank God it was a Friday.
Yeah,
like seriously, thank God.
So, onwards and upwards, looking ahead, looking forward to this new week that we've embarked on.
Yeah, it's kind of giving swirly.
It is.
I know that's kind of a crazy thing to say.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's giving swirly.
It's giving like serious swirlies. Like we're in the mix of it. We're in the thick of it. Like we're no longer newbies here. Like we know our way around.
Yeah.
We're doing our business. Mm-hmm. The novelty. Like now this is where we live. This is where we are. We're blooming where we're planted. We're no longer planting.
We're no longer planting.
Right. That's how I feel.
We had an amazing weekend, full of all the things that a weekend should be full of. Family time, a little party time. Jax went to the club. Jax, when was the last time you were at any sort of club? Now, this is a day club, so it's not like,
Yeah,
Tao.
no, it's not like club because I wouldn't go to a nightclub.
Like a dark club?
I don't like a nightclub.
Okay.
I like a day party. I like sunshine.
There are so many things about like a nightclub that are so awful, but when your senses are dulled with like alcohol, you don't realize like how dirty it is, how smelly it is, how everyone's shoving you, how close everyone is, the fire hazard of it all. But you going into these places sober can probably like be a totally different experience.
Yeah, no, and there's really, unless the music is amazing, there's not really one redeeming thing for a sober person. And a lot of times these days, like the music's not amazing for me. But going to a day party on the water, the vibes are good. There's sunset, there's live music, there's friends. Like there's just so much that you don't need to drink.
Yeah. It's the beauty is within.
Right. So it was really fun. I'm trying to think of the last time I went to a club. I don't know.
It was probably when we went, was it your birthday?
Oh, we went to
Acme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a year and a half ago.
Okay, not so bad.
No.
And
that was fun.
Tell everyone like Mama's perspective on Surf Lodge.
Well, Surf Lodge is always so fun. And I feel like I haven't been to Surf Lodge since before COVID. And during COVID, if you've been like listening that long and listening to me, so not you, but
right.
I was saying like that was like the only vibe I wanted to cultivate, like Surf Lodge, day party, like let's get back there.
Yeah.
Literally took me 4 years and I missed a lot, but it was really, really fun. And as I was saying, like that's my ideal vibe.
Yeah.
So I was just happy to finally make it back 4 years, 2 kids later.
And we recap it in the vlog, so we won't spoil too much. But it was a star-studded day at Surf Lodge. All the girlies were out and about, ourselves included.
Yeah.
And it was fabulous.
Yeah.
And it was nice. We haven't been having like a party rock vibe here. It's very family, very, we go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock. And I love it. And I'm glad I got that out of my system. I don't think I need to do that again at all this summer. Like I just really wanted to do it once. We got such good pics.
Yeah.
We looked so cute.
Yeah. I feel like we can maybe do it one more time, like now that we're staying again.
That's true.
But I'm not like dying, depending on the performer. Because we had good performers. Kate Hudson performed, and she literally, it was like we were on the set of her movie.
No, it was like we were on the set of Daisy Jones and the Six, starring Kate Hudson, and or her spinoff of Glee.
And Anderson .Paak was amazing.
Yeah.
But sometimes they get like such swirly performers, like when they had Brett Young.
Yeah.
Or last week they had Natasha Bedingfield.
Let's take a look at the lineup and see if there's anyone else we want to see perform this summer, and maybe we'll go one more time.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You know how I feel? I feel happy.
You do? Do you feel ready?
Oh.
I don't know that I feel ready. You know what we watched this weekend? We finished last night?
Yes.
Little content recap.
Let's give it a little, here. This is what we watched. Thunder.
They don't say it like that. You're saying
Thunder. I'm saying
you're
it like
saying
show
it
choir.
like Imagine Dragons. Thunder. Feel the thunder.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
We watched DCC. All to say.
Obsessed. We finished it last night. I have a lot of thoughts on it. There's so many, like the girls are amazing. Like the way I seriously would take a bullet for Reese and Kelce. Kelce is seriously like one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. But there's also some major, major losers on the show. I think we all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to call them out because that's mean, but like, the show was so amazing. There's so many people who like I'm hyper fixated on watching them. The dancing, like it really was. But I had to remind myself like a couple of times while watching the show, like it's cheerleading. Like I think that's what a lot of people like loved and found so interesting about the show is how serious it is, and that's fabulous. But sometimes they were talking and I was like, oh my God, it's like somebody died. And then I'm like, wait, no, it's just like the team.
Yeah, and it's like the team cheering on like the bigger team. And it's so funny how there was like no mention of like the football, which I liked, but they do take it very seriously. I think that's why they're world class. I think that's why they're the only cheerleading squad on the NFL that we know of.
Yeah.
Like they're all this seriousness and tradition and lore.
For a reason.
It pays off because everybody knows the DCC.
Yeah, and when I got into bed, I was like recapping it with Ben. He was like, what did you watch? And he was like asking so many questions, mostly about their salary. And that I think was like the most shocking part of the whole series, especially given the fact that this is not only an NFL team, but it is the most valuable,
the richest NFL team,
richest sports team. Like it is like in all of America, it is the most high net worth. So like they have the money and like, these girls, and you see how hard they work. And the show starts in July, and then I think they lose in the playoffs until January. So it's 7 months out of the year. It's not like a full calendar year, but it's 7 months, and I'm sure that there's like off-season responsibilities that you have to do, like appearances and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but you could say
homes.
the same thing for the
players.
The players, they work 7 months,
and the girls still have to like stay in like fighting shape until the next season. And it really is so crazy how little they make, like $13,000 a year. There's not one girl on the team who is doing this like full time unless she has like family money or she married,
right? But
wealthy.
They're not really. They're young, so most of them aren't married.
Yeah.
So all of them are like working other jobs. They work like 7 to 4, and then they go to practice, and then they do like 12-hour game days. And I think the argument can be made that they're working harder than some of the football players.
Yeah, like even offense and defense gets a break, but those girls are on the sideline the entire
but
time.
Not even. I feel like the game is what they're all work. Like that's like the fun part, but the training, the everything, like
the glam. They have to do their own glam for like. You know how long it takes you to do like full hair and makeup for like a 12-hour day? Like that's part of the working hours,
right?
In the locker room.
They deserve more money.
there were so many interesting tidbits like that I learned from the show. What we watched last night, which I thought was so interesting, is like obviously the safety of the girls. They're like these, sexy young things. The safety of the girls is like the priority of so many of the organization. And one of the ways they like combat any sort of like freaks is if you're doing like a photo op with the DCC cheerleaders, they have this football that they bring. So like the cheerleaders will flank the person taking the photo, and the person taking the photo has to hold the football so their hands can't like do anything weird.
Yeah.
And I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then of course one of the girls has an incident on camera, and it really highlights like these girls are putting everything into this job, and it's like $13,000 a year.
Yeah.
$13,000 a year.
No. They deserve more money. Like, I hope that maybe is an outcome, because it's great if you want to show, like, before we didn't know how hard they work. I mean, I watched DCC making the team, but that's only training camp.
Yeah.
Not the whole
job
calendar year. So on the one hand, you could say like every cheerleading, or this is what cheerleaders get paid. Well, you know what? I don't know them. I didn't watch their Netflix show, and now I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
Because you put it on the show. So just pay them more.
Just pay them more. Like, seriously, like just like
so that they can work a little less at their other jobs and, like, I don't know, sleep, take a nap.
Take a nap. Like that girl Kelce, when she was like talking about her job as a nurse, and then like she's also the team leader, so she has like other responsibilities within the organization, like leadership responsibilities. I was like, girl, please just lay down.
And I feel like they do more, and maybe I'm wrong about this because I didn't watch a documentary about the players themselves, but like I feel like they do more of like the charitable arm piece.
They do a lot for the community, but I think the players do a lot
all
of that.
Of them?
No, not all of them, but I think there's an element to your job where like you have to, some of it is mandatory, like community stuff, community outreach. I think a lot of that goes down off season. But
I'm
yes,
sure they have community service hours.
The girls are holding it down like at the nursing homes, at the kindergartens.
Anytime like the Cowboys like want to be a part of something, they just send their cheerleaders.
Yeah. And then I loved the part.
And how often do the players do that is my question. Could be, I'm sure it's a good amount. I'm sure like Dak Prescott's here, there, everywhere. I'm talking about the bench warmers. Like these girls are working harder than the players who aren't Dak Prescott, okay?
Yeah, no, totally. And I also just loved learning like about the big moments in their calendar year. Like obviously I know that the Thanksgiving Day halftime show is like an important thing. I didn't realize, first of all, like the reason why as Americans, like we associate football and Thanksgiving is because that was like a marketing choice by the Dallas Cowboys like organization. And now it's like, what's more American than football on Thanksgiving? But like for a while it wasn't. And nobody wanted to take that game because they were like, no one's going to watch our game if
or
it's
no one's going to
Thanksgiving.
come to our game.
Right. So
but now it's like a whole part. I mean, it's a huge part of my husband's life.
Yeah. And by the way, I was having flashbacks because they were talking about like some of the amazing performers. And do you remember last year when I roasted Nick Jonas? Like when he actually couldn't sing.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. And then the year after that, which is the one that they showed on the documentary, was Dolly Parton. And Dolly was in the doc. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And then it reminded me of all the celebrities who have dressed up as DCCs because Dolly wore the uniform. And I guess that was like such a big deal for the girls. Her like costume for the halftime show was the DCC uniform. Most memorably, Casey Musgraves. It's a great costume if you've got like the belly for it. Personally, I don't, but happy for anyone.
I dressed up as DCC one year.
You did?
Yeah.
Show me a picture now.
Oh my God. I can't believe you don't remember.
Was that your husband's dream?
Yeah, it was when we were dating and he was a Cowboys player.
Wait, I'm obsessed.
No, and it was so cute. I feel like when I show you a
picture. Did you show belly? Like,
yeah, but it was like a cute
crop top?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
I'm in shock. I mean, you and your hair, like, I'm sure it was perfect.
And I wore my, here's like a video of me being drunk, but wait, I have like,
I want to see that. A video of you being drunk? Like, who cares about the costume?
I have like normal, aesthetic photos. And then, here's a video of me being like stupid, but.
And thotty. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Oh, you wore the Zara skirt. You made it your own.
Yeah, I made it my own. I wasn't wearing undies out. But I'll find better pictures for you.
No, and by the way, like if we like had the confidence for it, our Toast to Ween costumes like would be DCC this year, but like seriously, don't. It's not happening.
Oh, but are there siblings on? Oh, we could be those two sisters. Older. Okay, before you say that, the older one's a toaster.
I love that. Oh my God, you guys are so cute. I'm dead. Maybe we should post that on the feed today so everyone can see how cute you were.
Totally, how cute I was.
How cute you are, sorry.
No,
and like,
totally.
I can't believe there was a time like where you wore like a crop top like that. Like that's so crazy to me.
It's 2016.
Those are the days.
Those were the days. If you're not wearing crop top in 2016, what are you doing?
Being fat, that was me. I was not wearing a crop top in 2016 and I'm not wearing one today.
Oh, and here's me at the Thanksgiving game.
Oh my God. I love you and your short hair.
I'm so DCC coded.
You're so
No,
DCC
I'm obsessed
coded.
with the DCC. I've been following them on Instagram for like 10 years. So like nothing's changed for me now. I just have new girls to follow. And I follow a lot of girls from like
Former.
the DCC making the team because I used to like them on the show.
That show was not real. That show was on CMT. Like nobody watched it. And so like they could say whatever they wanted. Like that show, seriously, like if like, and I'm sure it's going to happen because DCC is so popular now. Like the clips of Kelly, like calling girls fat, like Kelly's getting canceled because like she has been saying things that you can't say for years.
But I feel like Kelly doesn't give a rip. And that's why she won't be canceled.
No. And the thing about Kelly is she has my heart.
And the people who like subscribe to Kelly, like know her, they wouldn't be phased. Oh, they saw a clip of her being mean. It's like, yeah, that's why we follow. Like that's the Kelly we know.
What was
it's congruous with the Kelly we know.
It's on brand. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite part of the DCC documentary and why was it Victoria making such like a 3-hour production of whether she was going to retire or not? Like, and literally like sitting down for the conversation, like wanting them to like beg her. And they were like, no, I think maybe you're done.
So I missed a bunch of episodes because you bitches watched without me.
We did.
So I watched the beginning and the end. What was my favorite part? I really liked learning about the Thanksgiving game because it's such a big deal to my husband. I never like thought to ask. Like I was just like, it's just Cowboys have Thanksgiving.
Right.
So now I have a bit more understanding for my husband. And my Rose is my husband.
And it also makes me think about, because Charlotte Jones, who's Jerry Jones' daughter, was in it so much, like she is the future of the team, right? Like when Jerry's time is up, it's going to be Charlotte. She's currently the highest ranking woman in football and she's still not even like the top dog. So is that like the plan?
I don't know. Are there other Joneses who
are involved?
Are high up at Cowboys Corp?
Because she's the highest ranking woman in football. And like she was obviously on the documentary a lot. I don't think like every year is she that involved in like the minutia of the cheerleaders. Like I think her job probably covers a lot of things, but for the documentary, like they wanted her in it. And like
she was on Making the Team a lot.
Was she?
Yeah. I think that's like a big bucket of hers because she's like the CMO, right? And the DCC are a huge part of marketing.
Well, it's like a huge notch in her belt because they're like a completely independent, financially green part of the company. Like they don't suck money. They make so much money for like merchandising for the team.
Right. So pay them more.
Yeah. It's as simple and as complicated as that.
It is.
We loved it.
Also, what I liked. What did I like?
I don't know, because I like it.
What was I going to say?
I don't know. Why are you like looking so deep into my soul? I can't help you.
I liked. Back up. You were saying
Charlotte, highest ranking woman, CMO. They're completely independent, financially green.
I'll let it go. I'll sadly let it go.
Tell me about the stories today. Like, are they giving? I feel like what even happened?
Yeah, no, they're fine.
Okay.
Not like one big watershed moment story, just a bunch of, I guess there was one big story, but like not Fast Five, sorry.
No, not Fast Five, but let's just say, like, where were you when you saw that there was an assassination attempt on a former president? Because we were at Surf Lodge, and like, let me tell you, weird vibes. Like,
yeah,
I don't know where like a good place to be when you learn that information, but
but like you could see other people learning the information. However, I didn't think to look around, which I wish that I had, because you guys were like saying how it was like rippling through the club.
Was Kate Hudson performing?
No, it was before. It was like very quiet at that time.
Yeah, it was like right, but it was before the action.
They were like
really
still
began.
playing music that didn't have lyrics.
My least favorite music.
So everyone was really plugged in and then like sharing the news with others, and then people were like pulling up videos.
No, and I was like so shocked. I think maybe Margot came over and showed it like a tweet to us, and I was like, she said shots fired, and like that doesn't mean to me bullets. It means like insult, like shots fired.
Oh, to me it means like shots fired, but not at. Not him. So like not so close. Like it could have been, back in the like somewhere.
No, totally. But
it took a while to like, well, I guess once we saw the video, we understood like how direct it was.
No, but when she said shots fired, I was like, oh, who is hurling insults? Like I was just not thinking gun. And then when I figured it out, like I whipped my head so hard. I was like, wait, what? And I feel bad. I literally knocked heads with Shannon. I was like, I had like an actual like, and like Shannon for sure has a black eye. She made it like a really cool about it, but like I experienced it. Like I know it was hard because it hurt me, and I wasn't even like, I was the offense.
Yeah, and it was like the back of your head, which can take a hit.
It was the back of my head to like literally her nose.
Ow.
It's giving Marsha Brady.
Yeah.
Oh crap, my nose.
Yeah.
So that is the big story of the week, but not of the toast.
No, it's not typical toast fodder, but really like crazy history,
History.
It's crazy to live. I mean, we're always living through history, but like there are these big moments
where like it's going to be in a textbook.
Oh yeah, for sure. But also like if it hadn't like, and it only missed by like a teeny tiny bit, like it was a history change in the split second.
Yeah. And I guess we haven't lived through any presidential assassinations or even attempted ones, right? JFK was assassinated, right?
Yes.
And I think there was like a Reagan attempt, but did they get him?
That's what no. They
didn't get him. So in our lifetimes, this is new.
Yes.
It's really crazy. It's terrible.
Yeah. No, it's a very sad day for our country and weekend and like take stock, everyone.
Take stock, look around.
Yeah.
We are going to dive in. I just wanted to remind you about the thing that's on your iPad.
Oh, okay. So I couldn't borrow your iPad?
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry.
I would love to look at your iPad.
So let's switch roles. Today, without further ado, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And I am so excited to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Toys R Us, because Toys R Us is now in every Macy's in the USA, at 2 flagship stores at American Dream and Mall of America, and an airport store at Dallas Fort Worth. So if you're going to see the DCC, check out, or the Cowboys too, check out Toys R Us at Macy's at Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Toys R Us has 1,400 plus stores in 31 countries, and you can shop online at toysrus.com. But they're introducing their new Play Day, which is a new Toys R Us global holiday that's all about celebrating the joy of play. Love. Play is vital for anyone of any age, a critical break from work, obligations, and life. We are big on play.
We're big fans of like working hard and playing just as hard, maybe harder.
And that does translate to the littles around here. Like, we play so hard.
Oh my God, we go so hard in the playtime. Like, you should see me, like my Oura ring, my activity is hit every time it's playtime.
Totally. Events will be at over 50 stores on July 20th. And those who can't make it in store can take the pledge to play online for a whole year of chances to win toys.
I love that they're doing this. I feel like you're always saying how hard it is to find like good, stimulating activities for the kids. Like Toys R Us is a beacon of childhood, of play. And I love that they're doing this, getting everybody out, getting them active.
And I was shopping at Macy's a few weeks ago. It was before I knew that Toys R Us are in every Macy's. And Zach was telling me that there's a Toys R Us in the Macy's. I'm like, there's a Toys R Us in the Macy's? Like, that just makes shopping for me, for Zach, for the kids, so fun. It's a one-stop shop. So go to toysrus.com/playday to find a free Playday event near you. Take the pledge to play at toysrus.com/playday to improve your life and get free stuff.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Nutrafol, one of, a personal sponsor to me, not to get, emotional and make everything about me. But as you guys know, I experienced probably one of the worst things that ever happened to me, like last year, where my hair started shedding. I didn't even know that was a thing, but all of a sudden I'm like putting my hair up in a ponytail and Jackie's like, I don't want to freak you out, but like you literally have no hair on the side of your head. I was like, oh, cool.
I didn't say it like that.
And I did realize like these
you
larger.
You guys know me. You know I would never speak like that.
I did realize these like larger than normal chunks of hair falling out, like in the shower, when I brush my hair, or when I curl my hair, like fall out as normal, but it was like thicker. And then I really started to see the issues, and I freaked out. So many people recommended Nutrafol to me. I had an amazing experience with Nutrafol. It's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement. Over 1 million people have seen thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Nutrafol is going to target the root cause of why your hair is shedding in the way that it is. For me, I knew that it was a drastic change in diet, not to like brag, but I did sort of lose a lot of weight. And when you change your diet so, drastically, and then you start losing weight, that can have like a major implication on your hair. Different phases of your life can cause hair issues like postpartum, stress, diet. That's what it was for me. And so Nutrafol is going to give you results that you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, they're offering our listeners $10 off their first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code TheToast. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, Nutrafol.com, promo code TheToast. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code TheToast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Rhoback. We love Rhoback. We love a comfy set. We love a hoodie. We love a jogger, spring, summer. We also love a crew neck. Rhoback is out here doing the most for the girls who love to be comfortable, but also need to look appropriate, whether you're doing like Zoom calls or running errands, walking the dog. You don't want to be a slob, but you want to feel like a slob. Rhoback has got you covered. Their hoodie and jogger sets are incredible. They're so soft, you won't be able to take them off. They're incredibly comfortable. The fabric is called V-Soft because it is literally V-Soft, extremely soft. So whether it's a lazy day, we're out running errands, we'd love to wear our Rhoback hoodie and jogger sets and get yourself a set so you can stay toasty all season. Like, one thing about me, I'm wearing a hoodie, crew neck, jogger set year round. The air is pumping in my room. I don't care that it's summer. Like, I need my sets and I need them now. Rhoback also just restocked their active dress. We're kind of in our dress season, like active dress.
Yeah, we're in our act. That's the word we need.
They're made with their signature GTG technology. You're able to keep your dress on when you're on the go and when you've got to go. And if you haven't already, it's time now to try out some Rhoback. Also, don't sleep on their men's stuff. Really good for your husband, brother who like looks like a slob and like just needs a little bit, not to be mean, like of a refurbishing. Use our code TOAST at Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com, and 20% off all hoodies, joggers, crews, and more with code TOAST. Stay comfortable this spring with Rhoback. That's code TOAST at Rhoback.com.
Thank you, Turt.
an absolute pleasure.
Our first story, very exciting news. Kate Middleton attended Wimbledon with her daughter Charlotte amid her cancer battle. This weekend, she attended the men's finals. She looked gorgeous in a purple midi dress and nude pumps. She arrived to a standing ovation.
Wimbledon is so elegant. Like, I love the U.S. Open. I really do. And I think it's
Wimbledon.
It's one of the greatest events of our season. However, it's got nothing on Wimbledon. Like the caliber of people who go to Wimbledon is insane. It's really like the creme de la creme.
No, and I mean, it's the royals. Like,
right,
no one could go to U.S. Open that would make it on that level.
No, and I actually think like a lot of current sitting former presidents go to U.S. Open. It's like, it's a popular, it's got nothing on Wimbledon. Something about the grass courts, like it's just so chic. It's so elegant. I lived for it, and I loved seeing our literal queen show up with Charlotte, who's such a gorgeous girl. And after, like, I've never like had anything against her. You know, she's like a little girl. I don't know, but
little girl.
Oh my god, look.
Headphones.
I've been looking for this stupid fucking pair of headphones all morning. They're up on the mantle. Okay, you know my ass didn't put it there. That mantle is so high up. I couldn't reach that.
Yeah. No, I don't think that you put it there.
It was Ben.
Yeah, or was it
housekeeping?
Yeah.
No, though they were like really cute and small. They couldn't reach that either.
Yeah. It's not
It was totally Ben. Except the only thing is that
he wouldn't wrap
the
that cord.
wire is wrapped very neatly around the headphones, like how a civilized human being would wrap it. Not a savage.
It's not giving Ben Saffer 4th of July butcher's block outside.
It's not getting Ben
ring.
Savage. Dude, that's like a real actor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Sorry for the. I just like.
So you don't have beef with Princess Charlotte. Glad we cleared that up.
I never thought anything but positive things about her. However, like post eras, like I'm seeing her in a whole new sort of mature, very flattering light. I am.
No, you have a lot in common.
We do.
With the young princess.
I do.
I think also.
What do you think her favorite song is? She's like really young, so like she doesn't know the deep cuts.
No, she's probably not listening to like folklore and Evermore. More so
Karma.
Shake It Off.
But Shake It Off is like an older song. Shake It Off came out when she was like 3.
That's true.
So I have to think like, what's Taylor's most classic, popular, recent, maybe like anti-hero?
Yeah, anti-hero.
And you know, she loves her auntie, Pippa, who was also at Wimbledon with them. And actually, when a lot of people are circulating that video of Kate walking out, standing ovation, it's an emotional watershed. It's historic. It's a history book moment. And for me, my takeaway, like the thing that like made me like almost get like choked up is just seeing Pippa there. We don't talk a lot about Pippa.
I didn't even know that Pippa was there.
She's just there, like being a
is she
stable
who was
force.
next to them?
Maybe it's just her, Pippa,
I saw
and
like
Charlotte.
a young lady. Yeah, and I didn't know who it was.
And
I didn't
realized
think about it.
I don't think or talk enough about Pippa and how probably an important figure she is in Kate's life. Like sisterhood. I know we say it all the time, but not screw sisterhood. Sisterhood is everything. And Kate's been through a lot these last couple of weeks and months. And I think having her sister there is huge.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me that she has this person in her life, and it made me happy for her.
Yeah, that is happy. And it was kind of giving like Girly Swirly's day out.
Yes. It was giving GSDO.
Yeah. Which they needed that.
Charlotte would
Especially
love
after,
GSNO.
Kate didn't get to go to Eras.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And she's such a fixture at Wimbledon. She does go to the men's final.
She's like an important.
I think she presents something.
Yeah, this is the second year in a row. The person who won is Carlos Alcatraz, who is like this young hot thing, and kind of ship him and Kate. But obviously, it's not important right now. But yes, I think a part of her royal duties is doing X something at Wimbledon. And the fact that she was able to make it, I think it's like a really important part of her year. And I think it's also something she really enjoys.
Yeah, I think it's the enjoyment.
And I think there's so many things that, you know, she has to do that she like doesn't particularly enjoy. So the fact that this is something she has to do, but I think she really is passionate about, it's fabulous.
Yeah. No, I think everybody was happy to see her.
She looked good.
A big fixture at the event.
She looked healthy.
She did look great.
She looked strong.
And she looked happy.
What designer was she wearing? Just curious.
Safia London.
Love.
Really beautiful
Supporting
dress.
local, you know, artisans.
Local artisans.
I loved this. It also like just, this was kind of the first thing I had heard about Wimbledon, and I was like mad that like I like didn't watch it or something.
You didn't see Wimbledon was ongoing because like the tennis wags, they're not going to let you forget
like the Paige Lorenz.
Yeah.
I just feel like she's always at some sort of tennis affair. I didn't clock that this was like one I might be interested in. Because like there are a lot of, and this is what I learned from challengers too. There are a lot of tournaments like we don't give a shit
like
about.
the Indian open
Wells.
Windy and Wells.
It's like also where Coachella is. I don't get it. There's like not even
a million Australian Open.
But these are ones like that we know of.
No.
They play year round in like these loser ass events. And that's what Challengers is about, is like this losery thing in Long Island, like that nobody ever heard of. So I just thought it was one of those. But then it just reminded me how I got so into the US Open last year. And actually I got tickets for me and Ben. This was before you and I decided to extend Swirly Summer. So I will see if maybe I can get us tickets to it, because I want to go to a couple. I forgot how into Wimbledon I got. I mean, the US Open I got last year. And like that guy, I loved him. What was his name? His name was Ben. Do you remember me talking about this like young guy, Ben? He was like 19 and he made it like really far. I wonder how he did at Wimbledon.
I wonder.
And he had the thing with the phone. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It was like, oh. But he lost to Djokovic, which obviously, but it was like a big deal for this 19 year old. But he made it to Djokovic, you know?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. So happy for Kate. Happy for us.
Yeah.
Happy for everyone.
Same. Are you ready for our next story? Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes spark reconciliation rumors at Copa America final.
At where?
Copa America final. I think it's
soccer.
a soccer game. They were photographed sitting together at the Copa America final at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday, which is like kind of major.
Like it is. However, I feel like these two are like healthy exes. Remember they like rekindled and like it was really just like a friendship thing. I feel like they're two people who can get along. Maybe like their teams both like realized that they were going and like coordinated them sitting together. And it's like a good PR moment for both of them. Camila's releasing new music. Shawn could definitely use a boost. I don't know like where he's been. I don't feel like this is a...
Back
and I
together.
have no proof. I have no proof. This is just a feeling that I have.
I feel like they can't quit each other. That's what I think.
Oh, I like don't get that vibe that it's like this irresistible like feeling
They
between
keep
them.
coming back to each other, and they were just like so legit for so long. I ship, honestly. I can't see them each with another.
I cannot see him with anybody else. I agree. I don't know why he gives me like freaky vibes.
That's not nice.
Oh, is it not?
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I'm
Sometimes
kidding.
I forget like people are listening.
Yeah. He doesn't give me freaky vibes.
Okay, yeah, no, me neither. I take it back. That was mean.
No. Like,
I have no proof. I just have a feeling that these two are really good friends.
okay.
He seems like really
Do you think
emotionally
their
mature.
relationship was legit to begin
Yes,
with?
1,000%.
Okay.
Although, of course, what does come to mind, that stroll they took with the coffee
slow
cups
walking.
and the robe during COVID. Like that was definitely something that kind of shook the foundation, because I never thought for one second.
It's like that scene in When the Hills Ends and like the backdrop
Yes.
comes up and you just like see how the sauce gets made.
Because I never for one second thought that Shawn and Camila were anything other than like truly in love. And I thought it was like a really good relationship actually for young people to look up to. It was like really, I had nothing bad to say. And then that video came out of them because we saw those paparazzi pictures of them on a walk. And I was like, okay, that's normal. But then I saw how the paparazzi pictures were taken. And I said, oh,
That's not.
something is abyssal wrong here.
But I still couldn't put my finger on what's wrong. Like,
I
what
still
kind
don't
of
know.
people do that? Walk slow. Like, what are they trying to do?
I don't know.
Just get the picture?
Jackie, you're asked, I don't know.
Right.
So that changed things for me.
Yeah.
And now I know that they're like a little thirsty. Perhaps that's what this Copa affair is.
And like, to be honest, neither of them have really been as big as they were when they were together. But Camila was also like releasing bop after bop, and she's taken time off.
She took a lot of time off and now she's releasing new music and she has like a whole new energy about her. She's got this blonde hair. She's like a little nutty. I kind of like it. It's not so like serious, but the music is not chart topping in the way that it was with Havana Una Na. Like Havana Una Na was a cultural shift.
Yeah. But it was like her summer, the way now it's Sabrina's summer.
Yeah, everybody has their summer.
Everybody has their summer. It's like, can you be more than one summer?
I mean, you have to ask Carol Radswell.
She has 20 summers.
No, I think she had 5 good summers left.
I thought she had 10.
No, I think she literally had 5.
And like that would
And
mean
5
like,
years ago was like her last summer. And I think a lot of people were wondering how she was doing.
Yeah. But then also don't forget about all the summers that came before. So she probably had like 40 good summers.
Yeah, and I think like the amount of summers like that you want to have is just all about your perspective.
Yeah.
Because I plan on having like 100 good summers, and I plan on having 100 swirly summers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you ready for our next story?
like I guess.
Some news I actually find very interesting. The new Summer House cast member.
There's someone new?
There's someone new. Her name is Lexi Wood, and she previously dated Brooklyn Beckham and Presley Gerber.
Oh, I love.
So Brooklyn Beckham, like they were spotted.
I need to stalk. I haven't heard this
No,
news story.
you need to stalk. They were spotted smooching once, and it was when he was with Chloe Grace Moretz, so that's why it was news.
Oh, what's her name?
Lexi Wood, but she dated Presley Gerber for a very long time. She's photographed like at the
That's Kaya Gerber's
Casamigos,
brother, if
like
anybody.
here she is with Randy and Cindy.
Oh, she's extremely premium.
She's extremely premium, and word on the street is that she has
Is
hit
that
it
she's
off.
the word on the street?
The word on the street is that she's the word on the street, and that word on the street has hit it off with the
Jesse
other
Solomon?
word of the street, Jesse Solomon.
But is she Jewish? Like, not to be obnoxious, but Jesse Solomon is my Jewish king.
I don't think so, but I also just don't think that, like, I don't know anything.
She's insanely gorgeous, and she already, prior to this, has over 1 million followers. Like, that's very interesting to me.
Yeah, she's like an influencer. Swirly, I think she's a perfect cast for Summer House. Like,
I think so, too.
she's going to bring a really exciting energy.
I don't know her personality. I imagine she's fabulous. Yeah, she's really something. She's
really
gorgeous.
gorgeous. And I feel like it makes sense when you're living in a new house, especially when you're on a show, like two attractive single people might gravitate towards each other.
Especially newer people.
I don't see it being OTP. That's why her religion
doesn't bother you.
Doesn't bother me at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for this new energy in the house.
Me too. I didn't realize that they were looking for anyone new because I don't think that they need anyone new.
Well, they did.
But someone fabulous like this, I have no complaints.
And they did lose Danielle, so they're down a girl and they have the spare room. And why not like bring on someone who has a big audience and
for sure
is already interesting?
They did lose a girl, but that just brings the numbers between like the amount of boys and the amount of girls on the cast like to a more equal level playing field. But I'm not mad.
But the thing is, like, really, who wants another boy? Especially when like the odds that they would be great, like Jesse and West, aren't high.
She's also been linked to Neymar, who's like a big soccer star. Neymar.
No, she's incredibly premium.
This is in a Skims ad. That's how I know him.
Yeah. This is good for the show.
Yeah.
This is good for her. I feel like this is like rising tide.
No, this is like kind of major.
Yeah. Major for Jesse Solomon.
What would Jesse Solomon do?
And she's incredibly beautiful, so that'll be a pleasure to watch.
Now that we're spending more time here, should we go to a summer house party? Start stuff? No, I would never. But something to think about. Yes, that is a threat.
Should we go to a summer house party?
No, they don't play any music.
No, I think I do, but like, if you're not on the cast, like, is it fun? No, you
So
just like
you
stand around and
watch.
I'd
So
rather do
true.
it at home in my bed when the season comes out.
Yeah, Taylor Strecker famously went to a summer house party.
Yeah.
I think she's been to a few, but like one that was like a big watershed moment, and she is involved in some sort of physical altercation where like there's a drink being spilled, and it's like probably one of her favorite things to talk about. You should ask her about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's our vibe.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. No, for sure.
Especially if that means we're having a social day. Like, I would go back to surf.
Yeah. Totally.
You know, go to Gurney's maybe.
I wanted to give everyone an update because I think I've sort of dropped the ball in updating everyone about what's going on with Romeo.
Okay.
Because we had a bit of a rocky start, Romeo and I have updated everyone that like I found my love.
Like, will she rehome? Will she not?
I was never going to rehome, but there was a period where like Jackie did very graciously say like, by the way, if it's like too much with Romeo, he's more than welcome to live with me. You have a house. It's like not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
He definitely he brings something out in Bruno, like a youthfulness.
No, him and Bruno get along like two little brothers.
I just did want to let everyone know that it turns out that Romeo is the perfect dog. He is an angel. I feel weird even calling him a dog. He is an angel. He is so well trained. He is so well behaved. I have nothing but love in my heart for him. And last night was the first night, or 2 nights ago actually, he didn't sleep in the crate. He like slept with us because he's such a grown man. I forget he's a 7-month-old. He feels 7 years old. That's how mature and elegant he is.
No, he's really wonderful. Everybody loves him. The only note is that he needs his paws shaved down because he's scratching the kids. And they're scared of him because like he's hurting them with his big paws.
I don't want Romeo to hurt me. That's what the kids say. Because he jumps up because he needs to get groomed. Obviously, just like a sort of side effect of us vacationing and sort of leaving everything and everyone behind is we need to find a groomer for the boys. They need a haircut. I'll look into it.
I said that last night. Like Bruno, he likes his close military crop.
Yeah.
And
Bruno's such an IDF soldier. Like
he needs a mobile pet spa.
Yeah. There's definitely a mobile pet spa out here.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Yeah. Our next story
is brought to you by The Serpent Queen. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by one of our favorite Starz shows, The Serpent Queen. The Serpent Queen, starring Samantha Morton, has returned for season 2, and it's back and badder than ever. The Serpent Queen is based on true events about one of the most influential women in history as she rises to gain and maintain power in France. So get ready for some drama. Spoiler alert, Catherine de Medici is the newly appointed Queen Regent of France now that her son Charles IX has come of age. The new season finds itself engulfed in chaos as Catherine struggles to maintain her power. Tensions are rising as the French court finds itself in chaos and the Serpent Queen's country is torn apart by the rise of a new religious sect. Catherine de Medici's shrewd intellect and savviness will be tested like never before. The Serpent Queen is packed with powerful performances, is loaded with attitude, and full of sharp wit and dark humor. You know we love a period piece here at The Toast, and the Serpent Queen is bringing us surprising twists and turns with this new season. Jackie's sort of a Medici aficionado. It's one of her favorite time periods, so we love this show. It's a great show to watch on family vacation because really it covers, a couple of generations. It covers a wide range of interests. The Serpent Queen is not like other period pieces, and we are so excited that season 2 is almost here. Don't miss the season premiere of The Serpent Queen, July 12th on Starz and the Starz app. July 12th, it premiered, so you can watch it now on Starz and the Starz app. Today's episode is also brought to you by Liquid IV. With the Summer Olympics in full swing, hydration is key for athletes and for fans. Liquid IV is an extraordinary hydration for physical endurance, mental clarity, and overall well-being. A single stick of Liquid IV delivers better hydration than water alone with 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients. They also have a sugar-free option, which we love. Let me say this. No matter what phase of life you're in, if you're not super physical or fitnessy, I seriously, before a year ago, I never had worked out and I loved Liquid IV. It's great for just staying hydrated. I get headaches when I don't drink a lot of water. When I travel, I get a little bit of dehydration. And also when you're drinking alcohol, unfortunately a side effect of that is a bit of dehydration. So whether you're in your fitness girl era, which I currently am in now, and staying on top of my hydration is super important. Even if you're not, whatever phase of life you're in, staying on top of your hydration is super important. And Liquid IV is here for you. It's a #1 powered hydration brand in America. It's got 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. 1 stick of Liquid IV into 16 ounces of water hydrates you better than water alone. It's got 8 vitamins and nutrients. It's non-GMO. It's free from gluten, dairy, and soy. It's got no artificial colors and sweeteners. And the cotton candy is a fan favorite. It's a delicious flavor. It's a Technicolor dreamscape of hydration. They also have, like I said, the sugar-free flavors, 4 of them. It's white peach, green grape, raspberry melon, and lemon lime. Lemon lime is my favorite. I love the sugar-free option, especially if I'm using it post-alcohol. I think that works best for me. So turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV and get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use our promo code TOAST at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TOAST, TOAST, at liquidiv.com.
Thank you, Turt.
You're welcome.
Our next story, we're finally getting some answers as to why Luann de Lesseps and Mary-Kate Olsen's ex-husband, Olivier Sarkozy,
Thank God,
didn't work out.
Tell me.
So Luann is finally spilling the tea on her fizzled fling with Olivier Sarkozy, not Sarkowski. She said,
made him Jewish, Sarkowski.
She said, well, listen, I adore him. We're good friends. She added with a wink, good friends.
I fucking love this bitch.
Ultimately, though, she realized that her social personality didn't align with his penchant for privacy. She said he likes to stay home. He doesn't like to go to parties. He's not a big social guy. Now, that's the polar opposite of who I am, right? He's a private person, and he's a great guy, by the way, but he doesn't like the press or photographs and things. I get it.
No, I mean, her honesty during such a difficult time as this is triumphant. Mm-hmm. They could never make, there's nothing she could do that would not make me dislike her. I have loved this woman for so long, and everything she does is so funny and so deeply unserious. I don't know when it was that she got in on the joke, a couple of years ago, and the way she, just lives her life publicly, even post-Roni, which is, kind of hard, is amazing. I love her. She's so funny, and, to me, she will always be Luann de la Costner.
Yeah. Even though I would have gone for Luann de la Sarkozy.
Of course.
And I'm glad to see she's not changing for a man.
Mm-hmm.
I think she learned that with Tom, not being authentic,
Yeah.
being Mrs. Tom.
Do you think marrying Luann, seriously, is one of Tom's biggest regrets? Because he was this literal nobody, and we all know his name now. How does he live his life?
I can't get into the head of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he didn't want anything public, then he wouldn't have married such a public figure. If he wanted to be thought of as a good guy, he wouldn't have done what he did, which is, I'm not exactly sure anymore.
He cheated on her.
Okay.
Yeah, while they were engaged.
Not good.
No. Very bad, some might say.
Very bad. So if you care about being a good person and being seen as one, you don't do bad
You
things.
act like a good person,
Right.
yeah. No, that's true. It's just so crazy how it's Tom D'Agostino, the name on everybody's lips.
Though it has
Ebbed and flowed.
Because when I was about to say like Mrs. Tom, I was about to say Girardi. It took me a second to remember D'Agostino, and I only remembered it because I remembered it was the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, did he own D'Agostino's? No.
That was like a confusing time in culture where Tom D'Agostino was becoming very well known for his, life in New York. And you guys may not know this, but it's a regional chain in New York. It's called D'Agostino's Grocery Stores. It's like an Aldi. It's very, very popular. Actually, they've recently experienced some hard times. I feel like they're closing locations left, right, and center. But it was kind of crazy. And he was like supposedly this wealthy man. And the fact that he was like Tom D'Agostino, not of D'Agostino Groceries, was really confusing for New Yorkers who love Bravo.
A learning curve.
Yeah, and not to make everything about me, that was challenging.
And disappointing.
Quite frankly.
Because I would understand Luann shape-shifting for a grocery magnet.
Of course.
To shape-shift for a guy who owns a paper company.
Is that what he did?
And did he own it, or did he just have a high job at a paper company? Like, it's giving
Dunder Mifflin.
Scranton Paper Co.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
However, like, if Luann were to shape-shift for a man, like, she should have done it for Olivier. And stayed home and just, like, been an indoor cat.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Mary-Kate or Ashley, like, do you think they definitely know what Bravo is? Of course. Do you think they watch, like, for fun? Like, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And do you think they, like, kind of love that Olivier?
I think they got a charge out of this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Me too. I like that. They got a charge out of it. That's a perfect phrase. Yeah.
Yeah,
they got
like
a giggle.
texting each other like,
being
oh
like
my God.
obsessed. Ship.
Yeah, totally.
We don't really know them on a personality level. And I think, what everyone thinks of them is like they're so serious, cigarettes, their faces.
Fashion.
Yeah. But I think like BTS, like they're girlies.
They're just like those silly girlies that we knew.
Yeah,
but they just like close themselves off. So they're still the
us.
same people behind closed doors, but they just said like, you can't have a piece of me anymore, but you can have this $13,000 shoe.
You can.
And that's what you'll get.
And that's all you'll get.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
I've had such a good time.
I know. But this is a good one because it's kind of a developing story that I've been following closely.
Okay.
And this is a major update for those of us who have been following the story closely.
Am I one of the people who's been following the story closely?
No, but because you're alongside me, you unwillingly know everything that there is to know.
I love a story like that. Go.
And there's a new piece of the story for the Hallmark Christmas movie with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Donna Kelce has been cast in Hallmark's holiday touchdown, A Chiefs Love Story. So Travis Kelce's mom shared the surprise news on Saturday alongside Hunter King and Tyler Hines. Surprise, Donna Kelce has...
Surprise? That was like a weird way to say it, no?
I know, I just saw the R there and I wanted to include it.
No, and I know that the R is there. Like
There's two of them.
Yeah, of course. The second one is not shocking to me. The first is like, okay.
I just like felt like I didn't want to leave it behind.
Surprise!
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 Donna Kelce has been cast in Hallmark's holiday touchdown. The surprise announcement came Saturday in a sweet Instagram video alongside the star's Hunter King, who is Joey King's sister.
A fact that we did not know prior. And now that I know, I don't know how I didn't know that because her last name is King and she looks like Joey King.
Right. I just like wasn't looking for the signs.
Yeah. And I also I never assumed that like a Nepo sister would be in this Hallmark movie,
Yeah, but no, it's becoming star-studded. They're set to star in the film, and they introduce themselves in the short video before stepping aside to reveal Donna standing behind them.
Huge.
She said, "Hi, I'm Donna Kelce, and I'm in Holiday Touchdown, A Chiefs Love Story." Also, we talked about at GSNO, it didn't make it to this show yet, that Jenna Bush Hager has also been cast in this movie. So it's really becoming a who's who.
It was unclear if JBH will be playing herself or she'll be like acting.
Same for Donna Kelce.
Same for Donna Kelce. I am happy for Hallmark because you want to know why? They've kind of been through it. They got their whole brand identity stolen by this mega billion-dollar company, Netflix. They took their shtick and started doing it bigger and better. And then I think they like borderline like Girl Boss Too Close to the Sun over at Netflix, and their like Christmas holiday movies like just started to feel like I knew that they had lost the plot with that Brooke Shields Ireland one. Like that one was really like it was one of the worst movies I'd ever seen.
It just never ended. Like
no, and it was just like not believable, and it was like very low budget. And what Netflix always had over Hallmark,
it was high budget.
No, I felt like that palace was like
show. The point of the palace was that it was
like dilapidated.
Yeah.
Whatever. I feel like Hallmark really like invented this one thing and then Netflix literally stole it, giving Mark Zuckerberg like stole it and ran with it. So I'm happy that they have this like one thing that's making a ton of news, getting lots of press. I think a lot of people are going to watch it. I think it's brilliant and I'm actually really happy for them, even though like the movie sounds like stupid.
Yeah, but I am following it closely. It's giving Annie Live, and I'm just looking for like a movie moment to live for.
Yeah. Is it going to have like a big premiere, like a red carpet?
Like we're going to watch it. I'm
Is
really
Travis going to
excited.
go and support his mom? And then Taylor obviously will show up just because, like, you know, it's her future mother-in-law's like big night.
No, I'm obsessed. And also, apparently, Hallmark has like a deal with, I guess, the Chiefs. But they need one with the Cowboys, and they need like a DCC love story. There's
Even
so many.
though it goes against the rules of being a DCC, is no dating or fraternization with the players.
Oh, but okay.
So, like, what would the romance be? It's a DCC player who falls in love with who? It can't be a player, and that's like literally all we want.
Maybe like a fan of of their biggest rivals, like the Eagles, an Eagles fan, or maybe Jason Kelce himself,
or maybe like the coach of the Eagles cheerleading squad. But like, would that be a man? No.
Someone,
Yeah.
a rival, where it's like no, forbidden love. Let's talk about that contract, no fraternization.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
I just feel like I understand why it's there, but I don't know if you're like getting all the way onto the team and working so hard, like just to, you know, make a shit off and like marry a football player, like you've earned it.
1000%. I do feel like the rule is there for good reason. I think that it minimizes potential issues. Like, I think it's not so much about like stopping the girls from being happy and more so like protecting them a little bit, like from, you know, you could just see like an organization.
Breakups, drama.
Not only that, like you could see an organization getting into like a weird space when like one of their cheerleaders like maybe has like a negative experience with a player.
Yeah.
I think like if you're a DCC cheerleader, like you don't even have the opportunity to speak to a player. Like I think they keep them so separate.
For sure. I think they might train in the same gym though.
Oh.
Right?
No, I think like seriously, they never meet. Never the twain shall meet. And I think it's probably for the best. It avoids any type of, you know, and that's exactly what they're saying. They're like these young, hot girls. There are so many stories about football players like doing, you know, Sade type behavior.
You have to protect them from the football players.
You have to keep them separate.
I'm
like,
only seeing like the positive.
of course, you're only seeing it because you're such a hopeless romantic.
And I'm like a Hallmark swirly. Like, of course, the cheerleader and the football player, it's a tale as old as time.
But like, look what happened to that girl, Sophie. She was just on the field in front of 95,000 people and she got groped by this disgusting, ugly slob. Not saying that all football players are like that, but you know, you avoid, let's just keep them separate.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It's for the best. I think it's for the safety of everyone.
I understand.
And for the organization, because they get into like an awkward spot where like one of their cheerleaders, one of their players, he said, she said.
Right. And also like, even if it was kosher and there was a relationship and then there was a breakup and then you have to cheer and your ex is on the field, but you have to be cheery. Like it's problematic. Fine. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I think it's for the best. But I don't think there's anything about one of them dating a player on another team.
Yeah.
A la Hallmark.
I wonder if any of them, like, what if the football player is like a good one, not, you know, disgusting, like sees the cheerleaders, like sees one that he finds cute, like he could DM her on Instagram.
By the way, he totally could.
Do you think that happens at all?
I don't. Like to us, we see it, but for,
I think
for these people, like it's their job.
There are
and
a couple
like,
of DCC toasters.
Yeah, let us know.
Like, does it ever happen?
I think it's a rule that like everybody respects and takes seriously. Like that's what I think.
Okay. Fine. I'm a rule follower, so I'm not gonna push it.
Push it.
Plus, I don't presume to like know what's best for the DCC any like more than Kelly.
You don't presume?
I don't presume. Like
one thing about Kelly is we stalked her on Instagram and she supports Israel, so she has my heart.
Yeah.
Like whatever she needs in this life, I'll be there for her.
100%. 100%.
That is our show. Kind of a brilliant Monday, I'm not going to lie. And for some of you, whenever you're listening to this, like the day might be half over, it might be almost over. Like congratulations. That's amazing. We love you. Thank you so much for listening to The Toast, Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast five stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We are also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us, The Toast. Leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, and about how wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.